Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Crash Bandicoot, or should I say Countdown to Crash series. When we last left off, we did Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex, which is a very universally mixed sort of game, and today we're checking out Crash Nitro Kart for the PlayStation 2. I also happen to have this game on the... oh god, that's loud. I also happen to have this game on the Xbox, but I'm all about that authenticity, mates.
Universal Interactive presents a turbocharged extravaganza by Vicarious Visions.
Hey, it's the company that's making the new game.
For Crash Nitro Kart!
Huzzah! And now let the intro cutscene speak about the story, assuming that it doesn't, skip out on me.
That diet's a joke.
Well, I've heard you can lose a lot of weight on it.
But you can't keep it off. Just eat less and exercise more.
Something's wrong. That's not sunlight.
How can I defeat those pesky bandicoots? And conquer the world, of course.
Bandicoots! I can squash bandicoots.
Yes, I know you can, Tiny. But you failed so many times. Tiny, go see if Dr. Engine requires assistance.
Dingo Dial, throw the switch! What did you break now?
What have you done, you miserable marsupial?
I am Emperor Velo the 27th, ruler of this galaxy. My subjects hunger for entertainment. And word of your racing prowess has reached my glorious empire. And I hope you'll put on a good show. Especially since winning the circuit will win your freedom. And if for some reason you refuse to race, your Earth will be destroyed. But I don't think it will come to that. Do you accept my challenge?
And that's pretty much our story of this game. Both Crash and Cortex were just pretty much hanging around at their own home bases when all of a sudden they get abducted by this Emperor Velo guy. And they are forced to pretty much race for these guys' entertainment, pretty much. And that's pretty much the story of Crash Nitro Kart, really. So before I show off any of the adventure mode, I might as well show off like the different tracks and everything that are in this game. So we've got Inferno Island, Jungle Boogie, Tiny Temple, Meteor Gorge, Bar in Ruins, Deep Sea Driving, excuse me, I've just eaten, Out of Time, Clockwork Wumper, Thunderstruck, Assembly Lane, Android Alley, Electron Avenue, and one additional track, Hyper Spaceway, which I haven't got unlocked because this is my PS2 version. On the Xbox version, I actually do have everything unlocked, but whatever. And like I said, I haven't got all the characters, but I know there's Fake Crash, I know there's there's Pura, there's Polar, Dingo Dial, and even Emperor Velo himself is a playable character. But as is other self, which I'm not going to say any more about because of story reasons. But what is really cool is that, you know, Nitrous Oxide from Crash Team Racing is playable. It just sucks that he's driving a kart instead of his, you know, spaceship. I mean, they tried to design it similarly to the spaceship, especially like the fronts and everything, but whatevs. And we also have Entrance here, which Entrance, for those who don't know, was a antagonist in the Game Boy Advance title Crash Bandicoot 2 Entrance, where Cortex wasn't even the villain in that game. Instead, it was Dr. Entropy and Entrance who were, you know, doing all the craziness. And speaking of Entrance, you probably noticed, oh, Pierre is driving a very similar car to Entrance. Well, that's because in this game is made up of 4 different teams. You've got Team Bandicoot, which is Crash, Coco, and Crunch, who, as you guys probably saw last episode, was the antagonist of Wrath of Cortex, but now has turned from bad guy to good guy on the side of the Bandicoots. On Cortex's side, we've got Cortex, obviously, we've got Engine, and we've got Tiny, with Entropy, who is unlockable. For Oxide, we've got Oxide himself, Zem and Zam, who are 2 brand new characters that nobody remembers, and Emperor Velo. And then on Entrance, we've got Entrance himself, Polar, Dingo Dial, and Pura, who have all been hypnotized by Entrance to join his team. So that's why Pura is, you know, on his team and anything. Anyway, let's go into the adventure mode, and I'll just choose new. So in story mode, you can only choose 2 teams. You've got Team Bandicoot and Team Cortex. What's really interesting is for the characters like Crash, Coco, Engine, Cortex, and Tiny, they're all doing the same animations that they did when they were in CTR. Crunch, being the only original character, is doing an original animation. Anyway, Team Bandicoot. Sure. Can I just, like, do this without saving my game? Oh, fine. I don't really care, really. I'll start again. Enough talk. Let's get to racing.
Do you accept my challenge?
Out with it!
It is decided. You will race across 4 worlds of my choosing. And if you should win each world's key, you will earn a chance to race the Galactic Champion for your freedom. To give you a fighting chance, I even modified your Earthling vehicles. Now, on to the first world, Terra.
And off we go. Now, this game is almost a carbon copy of Crash Team Racing. It is pretty nuts to see how many of the elements were literally almost copy and pasted from Crash Team Racing into this game. I mean, there's a couple of things here and there.
You have to race.
Yeah, even down to the fact that in these adventure worlds here, or these worlds, you get Aku Aku telling you hints. Anyway, as you can see on the top there, we have things that we need to collect in order to beat the game. We've got trophies, which you get from winning the standard races. You've got the boss key, which similarly to CTR, you get a key from being the the bosses. There's the CNK tokens, which are very similar to CTR tokens. You've got the relics, which are done for the time trials, and then you've got the gems, which are done from the gem corps. Anyway, let's get to the first race, because I'm tired of talking. Please, Aku, shut up. And then here we get to choose our character from the team. So obviously, each character has different stats. So medium weight characters such as Crash and Cortex are sort of better acceleration than they are at speed and turning. Coco is better at turning than she is at speed, and Crunch is better at speed than he is at turning. For me personally, I always choose middle ground, so Crash. Anyway, on this first track, you're going to see a striking amount of similarities to the CTR track Crash Cove. Almost identical, except with like a few like changes in terms of design. But here we are, Trophy Race Inferno Island. I'll just skip that. So, gameplay wise, it is your standard typical kart racing fare. You race against your opponents, you pick up items along the way to try and, you know, destroy your opponents, and you've got to claim first place. Exactly like CTR. You pick up Wumpa fruits, you pick up you break crates to get weapons. Just exactly the same as CTR, just, you know, slower in my opinion. And goddamn you, Oxide. Now you're probably looking on the right there. What's that meter and why does it say team up? Well, the main difference between this and CTR are the team races. Basically, in team races, you have a teammate that tries to help you by mainly getting in your way, pretty much. And basically, you fill up that meter by literally driving close to your teammates. That will start to fill up the meter. And then, once the meter is filled up, you can activate a frenzy. Which then gives you like tons of items at once. And I think you can only do that twice per race. Which, I mean, it's okay, but I just don't see any point to this team race mode. It's just the same, except you have a teammate who, you know, can't get harmed by any attacks that you throw at them. And just really just gets in the way of everything. But what is interesting is if you fail to come in first place, but your teammate does come in first place, it still gives you the win. So, you know, that is one good thing about team races. If you really suck at playing this game, you know, and your teammate does actually manage to win, then you're not out of luck, shall we say. But yeah, we won. Oh Jesus, the footage. I apologise there, folks. I have no idea why my capture is messing up. It seems to always happen with these PS2 capture things. Actually, that is a good point. If anyone knows how to, you know, do high quality capture of PS2 games, I'm very interested to see. / hear, because I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, let's keep on going, as they say.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
If you
Shut up, Aku. I already know how to play. Anyway, let's just do it, Jungle Boogie. Now, in terms of my actual overall opinions on CNK or Crash Nitro Kart, I don't hate it, per se. It's an okay kart racing game, but just playing this makes me want to play Crash Team Racing more because of how great Crash Team Racing is. If this was I mean, like the controls wise are extremely stiff, and the karts that you drive are just so slow compared to the ones in the CTR, in my opinion. I mean, you guys could probably think that Crash Nitro Kart is better than Crash Team Racing, which I don't know why you would think that, but if you do feel that way, then, you know, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you. I will judge you, however, if you say that Crash Team Racing sucks, then I'll start to get a little bit, you know, a little bit questionable. Starting to become like, why do you exactly hate CTR? But that's if there is someone out there who actually did. Wow. Okay, that was a incredibly amazing freeze frame right there. Holy crap. I think my disc might be busted. That's not good. If my disc truly is busted, I may do a jump cut and go straight to the Xbox version, because that's a version I know that actually works. Yep. It's busted. Oh, wait, no, we're still moving. Holy crap. I was just about to move from my chair and actually play the Xbox version, but we're still moving. Okay. Whoa, what the heck? Okay, I think the sounds are busted on this version. Holy Christ, this is nuts. Whoa, why is the... Yeah, this version's busted. Oh no. Oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, this is really busted. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do a quick jump cut and we'll see you in the Xbox version. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the Xbox version, because this is just glitching out like tremendously right now. So I'll see you guys in a bit. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I really apologise about that. I have no idea what it was doing. At least I did finish that race, but ugh. Anyway, here we are on the Xbox version, and you know, to be honest, I'm not really fussed if we actually don't get to the 30-minute mark with this game, because to be honest, I'm not that big of a fan of this game. It's just so uninspired and just so mediocre, really. Again, like Crash Wrath of Cortex, it doesn't really do much new to say that it's awesome or anything like that. But anyway, now we're playing Crash Bandicoot in widescreen. Look at that. And I've decided that screw doing the boss at the end, screw doing any other races, I'll probably just do this race. Or, you know, I may do this race and then maybe do one more, maybe just to pad this episode out a little, so it's in line with the other videos on my channel. But I guess, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this did the whole anti-gravity thing first. You're probably wondering, what do you mean this game did the anti-gravity thing first? Well, do you guys know of a little game called Mario Kart 8? You know how awesome that game is with its whole anti-gravity mechanics and everything? And you really think that the game was original when it thought of doing that? Well, it's not. This game actually came out first and actually did the anti-gravity thing first. It wasn't executed amazingly, I mind you, but this game actually did the whole anti-gravity thing first, you know? I mean, you know, a lot of people play Mario Kart 8 and like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's original, yada yada yada. But they always forget to mention that Crash Nitro Kart came out first and did anti-gravity racing, you know, first. But, you know. Anyway, enough talking. All I'll say about that particular topic is, whilst I think this did it first, it didn't get perfected until Mario Kart 8, in my opinion. Mario Kart 8 is an awesome racing game. You guys probably have already seen the few videos that I actually have done on the game on my channel and how much I actually do like Mario Kart 8. Even though I think some of the character roster is a bit stupid, like Pink Gold Peach and whatnot, I still like the game for its gameplay. And you know, recently I even got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch, which you know, if you guys want to add me, I'll happily add you to some of you guys, if you guys have got the game anyway on your Switches. But anyway, that's enough for Mario. I'm trying to win a race. Oh my god, I sneezed. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. That was a big one. But we win! Huzzah! God, that was a horrible sneeze. But anyways, I'll do one more race. We'll do it on Electron Avenue, a course that's more primarily an anti-grav course than it is a non-anti-grav course. Just so I can show off more of the anti-gravity mechanics and how they work. And then that'll pretty much be it for this, really. I mean, there's not much else I can really say about this game that hasn't already been said by thousands and thousands of other Crash Bandicoot YouTubers on YouTube. Seriously. Everyone has pretty much already mentioned that this game is just so mediocre that it hurts. If this game actually managed to emulate the control of Crash Team Racing to a T, I bet you this game would have probably got a much better reception than it did. But then it being the control game just so stiff and without having, you know, playing it. And playing it right now, it just doesn't have the tight responsiveness of CTR. When, for example, say I was trying to go around some of these corners, you know, usually in CTR I would be able to get around the corners no problem. But in this, in some instances, when I'm trying to drift like I do in CTR, sometimes I'll end up like there. I was drifting, holding right, and I fell. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That's the biggest, you know, line of controversy when it comes to this particular game. The fact that I'm trying to do stuff in CTR, but, you know, unable to do so. Whee! I actually kind of like this track though. It's a nice looking track. But in terms of kart races that I'd rather play over this, I'd rather play, you know, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, or of course Crash Team Racing over this, because this just doesn't do anything new. It's just, I mean, look, I'm almost hitting the wall right there, where in Crash Team Racing I would have gotten around that corner no problem. And that hit me, great. And I've officially run out of things to talk about, folks. I have really run out of things to talk about because, I mean, what else is there to say? This game is bland. It's uninspired. It's trying to be Crash Team Racing, but it just can't. It's like as if someone was in school who was watching over the kid who was actually doing really well, and just basically copied his homework but didn't add anything new to it. Besides like maybe one additional paragraph or something saying that you did that. That's what I think is the best comparison to Crash Nitro Kart. It's a game that feels like it's trying to be like the good kid, the kid that actually achieved well at college or school or something. But instead just came off as... yeah. I know my metaphor probably was great, but you know. It wasn't even a metaphor, I was just trying to think of something to talk about. Anyway. Don't fall. Anyway, should I recommend this to anyone who wants to play a kart racer? In my mind, no. Especially if you've already played Crash Team Racing already. I wouldn't really recommend this game, really, because it's just so mediocre that it's boring almost. And the controls just aren't as tight as they can be. I mean, just if you want a Crash Bandicoot kart racer that's good, get Crash Team Racing. That's all I'm going to say, really, about that. Because Crash Team Racing is definitely the better game of these kart racers. Even though there's one more, but we'll talk about it at a later time. But, yeah, that's really all I got to say, really. I haven't really got anything else to say except that's Crash Nitro Kart. It's a game. I know some people like this game, and if you do, then, you know, more power to you. You obviously find something enjoyable in this, but me personally, I think this game is just mediocre. It's not terrible, but it's nothing special. It's just a game that tried to do something that Crash Bandicoot had already done, but as a whole kind of failed. But yeah, that's Crash Nitro Kart, and yeah, that's it for this segment of Countdown to Crash. So, if you liked the video, as much as even though it was a glitchy mess, but nevertheless, if you liked the video, do please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more, and join me next time, where we'll actually probably get into a good game for once. Maybe. See you all, and have a good day or night.